Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The topic of our today's lecture is impact of free jets. In this lecture, we will discuss that what is a jet and how the jets act on different surfaces. Then we will use impulse momentum equation to derive the expression to calculate force exerted by a jet on different surfaces. So let's start with a simple definition of jet and different cases which we will study in this lecture. So a fluid jet is simply a stream of fluid issuing from a nozzle with a high velocity and hence a high kinetic energy. When a jet impinges on a plate or vane, it exerts a force on it due to change in momentum. This force can be evaluated by using impulse momentum principle. The following cases of impact of jet will be considered. First, we will study force exerted by a jet on stationary plates, and then we will study force exerted by a jet on moving plate. And in both these main headings, there are three subtitles. When the flat plate is held normal to jet, when the flat plate is held inclined to jet, and when the plate is curved. Same three subtitles will be discussed while the plate will be moving. So let's begin with our very first case of force exerted by a jet on stationary plate. We will discuss three cases of stationary plates. Two cases are for flat plates. In first case, it will be held normal to the jet. In second case, it will be held inclined to the jet. And in third case, the plate will be curved. So first case, force exerted on a stationary flat plate held normal to the jet. So here is a figure indicating the fluid jet striking a stationary flat plate. This is a flat plate. This is stationary. This is a pipe. A nozzle is fitted at the end of a pipe and a jet is issuing from this nozzle, and it is issuing with a velocity v, and it then strikes this plate which is at 90 degree to the jet. So the figure shows a fluid jet striking a stationary flat plate held perpendicular to the flow direction. Let A and V be cross-sectional area and velocity of the jet respectively. The jet, after striking this plate, will get its direction changed through 90 degree, but it will move on and off the plate with velocity v if we neglect the friction between the jet and the plates, as is possible when the plate is smooth. If the friction is considered, the velocity of a liquid coming off the plate will be slightly less than v. यहाँ से जो जेट इशू हो रहा है वो विद वेलोसिटी v इस प्लेट को स्ट्राइक करेगा एंड देन ये अपनी डायरेक्शन चेंज कर लेगा एट 90 डिग्री. अगर इस प्लेट को स्मूथ कंसिडर कर रहे हैं देन दिस इनकमिंग वेलोसिटी v और ये जो आउटगोइंग है ये v विल बी सेम, एंड इफ द फ्रिक्शन इज कंसिडर्ड देन डेफिनेटली द outlet velocity will be slightly less than the inlet velocity. So the force exerted by jet on the plate, our assumption is smooth plate in x direction, which is the direction of jet, will be calculated by using the equation Fx equals rate of change of momentum. So rate कैसे calculate होगा? Initial momentum minus final momentum. This is impulse momentum principle. So mass per second, because mass will remain constant, the only change will be in the velocity. So velocity of jet before striking the plate minus velocity of jet after striking the plate. And as all of us are familiar that mass per second is equals to rho AV. It is also written as rho Q, or it can be written as rho AV. So what was the velocity of jet before striking the plate? Its velocity was V, with which it was issued from the nozzle. And after striking the plate in x direction there is no velocity because the jet has taken a 90 degree turn. So the x component is 0. So after striking the plate 0 will be written and initial velocity will be v. So upon simplification, we get fx equals rho a v square. It may be noted that a jet leaves in direction normal to x-axis. The final velocity in the x direction is 0, as I have explained you. And since the plate is stationary, therefore work done on the plate is 0. Now we will discuss our second case of stationary plate. In this case, the plate is again flat, but it is now held inclined to the jet. As you can see in this figure, that a jet is issuing from this nozzle and is striking a flat plate which is at angle theta to the jet. So the figure shows stationary flat plate inclined at theta degree to the direction of the horizontal jet. If A and V are cross-sectional area and velocity of jet respectively, then mass of liquid per second striking the plate will be rho AV. After striking the plate, again assuming it to be smooth, the jet leaves the plate with a velocity equal to initial velocity. Now to find out the expression for fx, fy and fn, we will have to apply the impulse momentum equation to find out expression for fn, which is the force in normal direction. We will apply the equation and the expression will be this mass and then change in velocity. So in n direction, which is normal to the plate, the velocity, initial velocity is v sine theta and final velocity is 0. So our equation becomes rho av square sine theta. This normal force can be resolved into two components, fx, that is parallel to direction of jet, and other component is fy, which is normal to the direction of jet. As you can see in this figure, that fn is resolved into fx and fy. So from this you can find out that fx is equals to fn sine theta and fy is equals to fn cos theta. So upon entering the values of fn, we get expression for fx as rho a v square sine square theta and fy as rho a v square sine theta cos theta. In this case also, the work done is 0 as the plate is stationary. Our last case is force exerted on stationary plate, but in this case the plate is curved. This curved plate case is further subdivided into different cases. The first case is when the jet strikes the curved plate at the center. So you can see here a curved plate. This is a nozzle fitted at the end of a pipe from where a jet is issuing and striking this curved plate, and this jet is striking the plate at its center, and this plate is stationary. Consider a fluid jet striking a stationary curved plate which is smooth. This is our assumption, and the jet is striking at the center as shown in the figure. The jet, after striking the plate, comes out with the same velocity in the tangential direction of the curved plate. The jet is striking at the center and then it is taking turn as the plate is smooth. So we have considered that the issuing velocity will be equal to the outlet velocity. So the velocity at the outlet of the plate can be resolved into the following two components. Number one, component of velocity in direction of jet. That will be minus v cos theta, as you can see in this figure, that the jet is coming out in this direction, which is v, and when we resolve it in x and y component, then this is v cos theta x component and y component is v sine theta. So final velocity is in opposite direction to that of incoming jet, so it will be minus v cos theta. Negative sign indicates velocity at the outlet in a direction opposite to that of a fluid jet. Number two is component of velocity perpendicular to the jet, which is v sine theta. So now we will apply impulse momentum equation, and force exerted by jet in direction of jet, which is denoted as fx, will be equal to this mass per second into change in velocity in x direction. So fx will be equal to rho av into v1x minus v2x. So initial velocity in x direction is v, this one, and final velocity in x direction is minus v cos theta. So upon entering and simplifying, we get fx equals to rho av square into 1 plus cos theta. Similarly, for fy, rho fy will be equal to rho av into v1y minus v2y. So in y direction, initial velocity is 0, as this is in all the velocities in x direction and it has no y component, so initial velocity in y direction is 0, but there is a component in y direction after striking the plate, which is v sine theta. So fy will be equal to minus rho av square sine theta. Negative sign indicates that force is acting in the downward direction. So in that case also, there will be no work done as the plate is stationary. The second case of curved plate is that a jet strikes the curved plate at one end tangentially when the plate is symmetrical. Symmetrical means it has same inlet and outlet angle. So this is a curved plate. This is stationary. This is fixed, and here is a nozzle fitted at the end of a pipe, and a jet is striking this fixed plate at one end. In the previous case, the jet was striking at its center. In this case, the jet is striking at its one end tangentially. Figure shows a fluid jet striking a stationary symmetrical curved plate smooth at one end tangentially. The plate is symmetrical about x-axis. Let v be the velocity of jet and theta be the angle made the jet with x-axis at inlet tip of the curved plate. The velocity of fluid at outlet tip of curved plate will be equal to v, since the curved plate is assumed smooth. So the force exerted by fluid jet in x and y direction will be calculated by applying the impulse momentum equation. Fx will be equal to rho av into initial velocity in x direction minus final velocity in x direction. So you can see from this figure that since the jet is issuing at an angle, so we can resolve it into x and y component. So initial velocity in x direction is v cos theta, and final velocity in x direction is minus v cos theta. So upon entering the values in this equation and simplifying, we get fx equals to 2 rho av square cos theta. Similarly, for fy, we can see that the velocity in y direction is v sine theta, and again in final velocity in y direction is v sine theta. So upon entering the values in this expression, we get fy equals to 0. Now the last case of a stationary plate when the plate is curved is that the jet strikes the curved plate at one end tangentially when the plate is unsymmetrical. So the first case was that the jet was striking at the center. In the second case, the jet was striking at one end, but the plate was symmetrical. And the last case is that the jet is striking at one end, but in that case, plate is unsymmetrical. Therefore, angles made by tangents drawn at inlet and outlet tips of the plate with x-axis will be different. Let theta and phi be the angles made by tangents at inlet tip and outlet tip respectively with x-axis. Then component of velocity at inlet will be v cos theta and v sin theta, and component of velocity at outlet will be minus v cos phi and v sin phi. इनलेट एंगल यहाँ उस केस में हम थीटा ले रहे हैं और आउटलेट एंगल फाई ले रहे हैं. सो रिमेनिंग फिगर विल बी द सेम. द ओनली डिफरेंस विल बी इन द एंगल्स. So upon entering these values in impulse momentum equation to derive expression for fx and fy, we get fx equals to rho av square into cos theta plus cos phi, and fy equals to rho av square sin theta minus sin phi. So these were different cases of plates which were stationary. In the next lecture, we will discuss the same cases when the plates will be moving.